We want to tell you an extraordinary story about how we kicked off the New Year's right here in Las Vegas. A couple of months ago, some fans of ours from Tennessee asked if they could meet us and maybe we could have some dinner, right?
Right. So we arranged to meet them over at Town Square and do a late lunch at Sicky's Garage.
Now, let me just say that I spared no expense in this endeavor. It was Sicky's Garage, who has some of the best hamburgers over there at Town Square, and I let them get anything they wanted off the menu. Now
big spender.
I'm Scottish. I let them get anything off the menu.
So it was a lovely meetup.
Yeah.
Fast forward now to the end of the year. This same couple ended up back in town on business, and they invited us out to dinner.
Yeah, we're going to tell you more about them a little bit later on. His name is Dean. Her name is Sandra. And all I have to say about this is we're going to take you now to one of the most spectacular, unbelievable dining experiences we have ever experienced in our life, and that's Michael's at the South Point.
You may have seen our recent video featuring a lunch outing at the South Point Garden Buffet. It's a new year, and we are back again at the South Point for a surprising reason. Inside this bustling resort is what is often considered the best restaurant in Las Vegas, Michael's Gourmet Room. This place has been lauded up and down for its entire 30-year existence. Who has ever walked past this elegant door on the casino floor and wondered what's behind it? Well, we're going to show you right now. Step inside, and the bar is on your right, gleaming with polished dark woods and leather. Even the Christmas tree is steeped in velvet elegance. While waiting for the rest of our party, Paula and I ordered to drink at the bar and snapped a few pics. Michael's is an intimate 50-seat gourmet room that harkens back to the glory days of Las Vegas. The high-backed chairs and sumptuous booths are covered in red velvet. In the center of the dining room is an exquisite dome skylight, truly a work of art in stained glass. There are fresh flowers everywhere, including multiple vases of long-stemmed red roses. Now here's a fun fact. Michael's first incarnation was at the Barbary Coast on the Strip. When Harris took ownership in 2007, Michael Gaughan had his old-school dining establishment moved here. There is also a private dining room in the back with one of the most gorgeous crystal chandeliers we've ever seen. As soon as the maitre d' seats you at your table, the endless procession of food begins. There's a generous appetizer called a pickle tray already on the table. That's Vincent, our captain, delivering the first course to Sandra, a shrimp cocktail. The presentation is over the top. It's delivered in an ice mold lit from within and accompanied by crackers and sauces. She even shared one with me.
Oh, Paula. That's amazing. That is amazing.
Next up was the salad course, and most of Michael's signature salads are prepared tableside.
Do that with the fork. Is that good for getting the juice out?
Yeah. Yeah, you just push it and then you press against it and then you...
Okay, we're doing that. That's a great suggestion.
Full disclosure, I've never watched a Caesar salad being made before tonight. The secret is in that seasoned wooden bowl.
Here, Vincent puts together a classic Caesar salad just for us.
And I'm gonna chop up the anchovies.
Let's watch.
These are mustard. Now, just the egg, hard egg. Just the yolk. Okay. And Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire?
Worcestershire sauce. It's a dab. Little red wine vinegar. And vegetable cottonseed oil. Okay, voila, see? I'll wash the romaine lettuce. Okay, and Parmesan cheese. And croutons. No seasoning on the crouton, okay? And of course, my love potion number 9. No. And just mix it up. Okay, for now, and then we'll plate.
Following the salad, you get a lovely sherbet to cleanse your palate. The Dom Perignon topper is optional, and Paula enthusiastically said, "Yes, please."
All right, you guys, before we go to dinner, we have to tell you a few things. First of all, we had no idea that we were going to be filming any of this. We had nothing except our iPhones in our pockets.
Yeah, actually, we didn't know you were allowed to film in there.
No.
If we did, we would have brought all our gear, but we didn't, right?
Right. Anyway, there were a few things we wanted to tell you, though. So go ahead, tell them my favorite thing.
Okay, here's the deal. You get your menus. The ladies get this wonderful menu, but it have no prices on it. The men, on the other side, get all the prices. So it's one of those things. And I'll tell you what, I remember this a long time ago when I was younger, that's just how they did it at restaurants.
Yeah, don't call it chauvinistic.
Yeah.
It's just old school, really classy. I'm looking at all these items. I had no idea what any of them cost.
And I'm looking at them, and I do know what they
His
cost.
eyes are bugging out.
My eyes were bugging out. I just kept going. In fact, Dean kept saying, maybe we shouldn't have given Dale the menu with the prices on it as well. So, but honestly, the menu is spectacular.
And let us also say one thing about the service before we go on. We've already shown you Vincent in the salad course, but how many times did Vincent and all his cohorts reseat our napkins on our laps, push our chairs in? Oh my gosh, what an experience.
Yeah, not only did they push our chairs in, but you'll see in just a couple of minutes here how every time I moved my chair back, they were on wheels. They had little wheels that you could wheel it around. They were spectacular chairs. Every time I pushed mine back, somebody was behind me pushing me right back into the table. I'm telling you, I felt like I was in a nursing home.
So, we want to talk about dinner, but we don't have any video of dinner because we were just enjoying them ourselves. So, I ordered, so many choices, but I went with veal piccata because veal is something I rarely get to have.
Yeah, and I got the petite filet.
And then the table, we got 3 different vegetables for the table, au gratin potatoes.
And we got green beans.
Yeah, the green beans were actually French green beans from France.
Yeah.
And then Michael's famous creamed corn. So they were all spectacular, wonderful side dishes.
And also, let me just say, on everybody's plate, no matter what you got a whole tomato that had brown crusted
it was broiled
bread.
with the breadcrumbs and the butter.
Breadcrumbs on top.
Lovely.
It was absolutely amazing. I never had a meal like that. I never had an experience like that.
Nor
right?
have I. All right, but the best is yet to come. Let's move on to dessert.
According to the website, dessert is the best part of your meal at Michael's, and it begins with this incredible pastry cart.
Paul, I need to be in a home.
In your recliner.
After our captain explained all the options, Paula and I chose to share a slice of tropical coconut pineapple cake. And yes, those are half slices. But Dean and Sandra, on the other hand, went for dessert and a show. Cherries Jubilee prepared tableside and flambéed with Cointreau and brandy.
Blue fire. Yeah. So we try this at home. Right?
That's great.
Gonna cook a little bit more, then we'll put right on ice.
Again, Vincent does the honors at the stove and spoons the cherries over vanilla ice cream. But we're not done yet, my friends. You don't order these off the menu, they just show up. A plate of berries and fruit dipped in white and dark chocolate, and a huge bowl of fresh fruit for you to take home.
Those of you that watch Las Vegas Inside and Out when we go out to eat, we always show you the bill as we're wrapping things up. Notice no bill on this one?
Yeah, let me tell you something. It had to have been extraordinary. Yeah, you know, the bill that I had at Sicky's, that was a lot of money, but I think this was a bit more.
Add a couple zeros to that. Now, seriously, Dean and Sandra treated us to that wonderful dinner, so we have no idea what it cost.
And during the dinner, be prepared because you're going to be there a while. It took over 3 hours to get through the whole entire dinner, and every bit of it was an experience.
Yeah, the pacing is incredibly leisurely and relaxed, so you just have to plan accordingly.
And the fellow that took care of us, his name was Vincent. Oh my gosh, was he good. He was cracking jokes. He was in the spirit of what you're supposed to be when you're waiting on people in a fantastic place like that, right?
Plus, he invited you to do some of that filming.
Yeah, he actually invited me to film. That's the only reason I did. If he hadn't, we probably wouldn't have a video right now. All right, let me tell you a little bit about these folks. Dean Miller, if you don't know, is the son of Roger Miller, who had 100 hits back in the 1950s or 1960s and 70s. Just an amazing performer. But right now, Dean himself is also a songwriter, and he's a producer of music in Nashville, Tennessee. The reason he was in Las Vegas at this time, he was going to produce a record for an act that you might have seen down on the Strip.
Yes, they're called Beyond the Arrow, and they perform regularly at Old Red and Jason Aldean's. And Dean was really excited to lay down some tracks for this really talented band.
And I'll tell you what, if you see their name down there, you've got to go and check them out, because you know what? They're going to be real famous, and you're going to have to pay a lot of money to go see them, right?
That may exactly be true.
All right. What about Sandra?
So Sandra is an interesting lady as well. She's actually from my home state of Ohio, but she makes her home in Nashville as well. And she used to be in the recording business as well on the recording engineer side, but nowadays she's actually a really cool like spokesperson, spokesmodel for all kinds of wonderful events like Formula One, which was why she was here back in November. She is just a lovely, accomplished lady and a joy to spend time with talking.
And she's the one who instigated all this, right?
She did, and we are so, so grateful.
Yeah.
Plus, we're both fans of Outlander.
Oh, yeah. They went on and talked about Outlander. Yeah. All right. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Anything else you want to tell these nice people, Miss Paul?
Be prepared for a hug when you leave Michael's Gourmet Room. Vincent hugged all four of us at the door as we were leaving. And you know what is also really amazing? When you step out of that beautiful, quiet, pristine environment, notice there's no music playing. What do you feel when you step out?
First of all, the excitement of a casino. Everything that when you walk out the door, you can smell the cigarette smoke. There's no cigarette smoking allowed in there. And then the ambiance of the casino. It was an absolute, it was like going to Oz.
It was like a shocker almost. And we spend a lot of time in South Point, but that just goes to show how insulated and private and special Michael's is.
All right, this video was a little different than our normal videos, was it not?
We hope you enjoyed it. We don't see a lot of content on YouTube about Michael's Gourmet Room, so we hope people that are interested in it will take a look.
All right, hope you had a good time. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Everyone.